Hi guys, my name is Louise Flannery. I'm the Managing Director in Flawless Marketing, running my office currently down in Cork. So what I'm going to be covering today is I'm going to be running a topic, and it's be the ultimate example. It's on stage 3, 3 plus, being a core leader. Okay, so I suppose being the ultimate example, I suppose it is what it is, you know. The main thing is, I suppose, like when I joined the business back 4 years ago, when you join the business, you kind of don't really know what it is, what the business is about. And whether you come in, whether it's on the sales program or you go on the business development program, I suppose for your first while you're finding out what it is you want to do. And I suppose for me, and running this topic is that when you find out your why and why it is you're here, everything else just seems to fall into place. So I suppose when I joined the business, finding out your why, for me it was always to get promoted to run an office, because when I was 21 years of age, I've always wanted to have my own company, but the why was the how was the question more so. So I suppose I understood what this business was about, and it's all about leadership. And I always used to travel around to their offices and ask other people, how do you get promoted? What's the quickest way? What's the best way? And everything that I always heard was just being the best example. How does being the best example get you promoted? Because I suppose when you start off and you're learning how to do sales, and then you're learning how to train people and coach people and all that kind of stuff, you're building your reputation and you're building a brand for yourself. So once I understood this, I started applying it, and things just started happening after that. So I suppose just before I go through a couple of things on how you be the ultimate example, I suppose a thing is that before applying it, there's a couple of things is that you got to hold yourself accountable, and the other thing is that you got regulate yourself. So I suppose I've got a couple of points here, and just more or less to show you and more or less kind of teach you how to be the best example. And I suppose the first thing is being having the correct image. Your image is everything. It's when you go out and do sales, when you're in your first couple of days or whatever, before you're learning how to do sales, is when you knock on someone's door, it's your first 7 seconds determines whether or not someone will buy off you. And it's the same when building a crew or training people and attracting people to your business, that you are your brand. So you gotta look the part you want to become. So that's the first one. Having a really professional image, making sure your shoes are clean, you're wearing nice clothes, your hair's done, your makeup's done, and that's done before you come into the office. The second thing then is it's just being professional, being the ultimate example. It's all about doing the right thing, talking the right way, being respectful, and just being professional in everything it is you do, whether it's going in sectors or when you're away from the building, whether it's on crew nights, and that kind of stuff. The third thing then is just mainly make sure that your timekeeping. I know for me, going through the business, I never used to really look at other leaders. I used to look at my promoting owner, because at the end of the day, that's where I wanted to become. So I always used to look at him and try and beat him into the office. And I suppose it's timekeeping and holding yourself accountable. Always make sure that you're in before your guys. And then I heard a thing, and I always used to apply it: you're first in and you're last to leave. So again, you're setting the example. The next thing is just your reputation. How do you build a reputation for yourself? Is do the right thing. Make sure that you're getting your name out there. Make sure that you're getting your name on bulletins, setting the pace. Obviously, if you're the best person in your office, who's going to be talking about you? You're promoting owner. You're going to be sent on trips and all that kind of stuff. So just make sure that you're getting your reputation out that way. And the next thing is just being organised and planned. Having a plan and being organised is it's crucial. You know, you got to know that when you're coming in every single day, if you're managing a couple of guys and you're, you know, in your crew and you're leading them, and you have one person on stage 1 and someone on stage 2, you know, they need different things, so that you know you've got a plan on how much time you're going to spend with one person, and then you may need to ask someone else to help you out to run a topic for another one. So just making sure that you know you're planned and you're organised. It's crucial. Another way of being the ultimate example, you know, it's your attendance. And you know, this is one thing that I understood from the beginning, is that I wanted to be really quick promotion. Obviously I wasn't, you know, it took me near enough 2.5 years in the end, but you know, in my head I understood that, you know, if I took a day or you know, a day off the field, or you know, if I went on a holiday that I needed to go on, it would probably put a month or 6 months onto my promotion. So you know, just making sure that you know you're in every single day, you're working with your guys, and doing the right thing by them. And the next thing is just having the right mentality, and you know, your attitude, it takes sometimes time to build, you know, and it's all about, you know, what's your attitude like, you know, what's your reaction like to challenges. Everybody, for me, when I first started, challenges, I thought it was a case where, you know, they were telling me, you know, I wasn't suitable for the business, or you know, it was time to, you know, I couldn't do it. But what I learned over time was that, you know, challenges are there to make you stronger, and you know, to make you better. So just, you know, understanding, you know, there is highs, there is lows, but the best thing to do is hang out with the best people, and just, you know, keep that positive attitude, keep reminding yourself why you're here. And the second last thing is basically just have fun. Make your business look attractable. When you have fun and you enjoy what it is you do, loads of people is going to want to be where you are and want to just copy you. And you know, when I actually did start having fun and enjoying what it is I'm doing, and you know, starting to really fall in love with the business, it made my job look easy, so therefore people wanted to be a part of my crew, and you know, everything just else happened. And I suppose the last thing, and the most important thing is, you know, being the ultimate example is just having respect for yourself, but also having respect for the people on your crew, and respect for everybody in the office, respect for the building, respect for everything. Because, you know, if you respect yourself, and the people in your crew, you know, it's what makes things happen. Cool. That's it from me.